Boys, we are in Las Vegas for the Mint 400, and I'm using this opportunity to bring you guys some Vegas edition build breakdowns. Now, if you guys don't know, there's a little pre-runner scene out here in Vegas and a group called Vegas Pre-Runners who I'm friends with, and I told them like, hey, I'm gonna be out in Vegas for the Mint 400, let's pull together some trucks and let's get some build breakdowns done. So today we have two trucks. One of them is a first-gen Tundra from one of the owners of Vegas Pre-Runners, and over here, this guy's actually not even from Vegas. He's from Texas, if I'm not mistaken, but dude, I found his Instagram a couple days ago and I knew I had to do a build breakdown on the second gen Tacoma while I was out here. So with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and get started with the second gen Tacoma first, and we're gonna hop over to the Tundra. So make sure you guys check out both episodes.
Hi, how you doing? My name is Saeed. I go by Not Taco Taco on Instagram, and I'm from Austin, Texas.
I just let them know, I said while I'm out here, I wanted to find, you know, the Vegas Pre-Runner guys get the local trucks from the local scene out in the video, and then I realized, this guy's from Texas.
Yeah.
He's not even from Vegas. But
right. Really
where
excited.
do you think you want to start? From the front, back, front?
Yeah, we can do from the front, back. Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and start with, we'll start with the lighting package you got up here on the bumper.
So we have just the XL Sports, the Baja Designs. They're really good. Even for being kind of like entry-level sport ones, they still light up everything I need to light up. And then I just put that on the, there's a DTF, or Des Toy Fab bumper. So that's one of the first things I kind of got when I first bought the Tacoma and started going, started building it up. I really liked the valence and just the style of it. Really stepped with like the trophy truck kind of look I was going for.
Yeah, so I was looking at the bumper a little bit. Some of the questions, so does it all come, it came as a whole bumper, right? Not a weld it yourself kit?
Yeah, no, it was all,
And then did they do it onto your truck, or do they make the bumper and you pick it up?
No, they make it, yeah. You go on the website and you just kind of just pick, like, if you want to have it a little bit more extended for like fiberglass, but it's pretty much just like a pre-made ship one.
Yeah.
That's why, sometimes like I kind of think about it could have been more streamlined. And that's kind of why I put the lights in there, was to kind of fill in the like underbite. Yeah.
Well, one of the questions I had, because I know on our trucks, some people will mount using the stock mounts right here, but it's a little off center or something weird, and then some people chop them completely off like mine, and kind of make up your own new mounting point. So
this one, I believe it just went on the stock mounting points. Yeah, I was able to just I had to push a couple of that stuff back, but yeah, I think the way it's kind of like off center a little bit is just to kind of make up for the stock mounting points.
Yeah, that's
what I like it. I mean, it keeps it a good angle. I've seen some where it's not as, angled down. So
yeah, it's fully.
I'm really happy with it.
It's got this nice plate and everything.
Yeah, I kind of like the bull horns and
nice. And then right here, it's on the factory mounting points as well, right?
Right,
just
exactly.
wrapped around the side. It's not. Is this welded on at all, or is it all?
No, it's just all bolts on.
Nice,
yeah.
I actually really like it.
Yeah.
And then is this a option you have here to get the D-ring mounting points?
Yeah, I think it comes with already.
Dude, that's so nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, because right now I have no recovery points front or rear.
Yeah. And see, being two-wheel drive, I knew like I need to have something on the front that's sturdy. Just to extra precaution kind of thing.
I really like the bumper, dude. It's sweet. It was like, it's one of the things that stood out because it looks like a shop was like, I really want to make our own style of bumper, not just run some tubes around, because they got the boxed horns right here along with the tubes. Yeah, that's really nice. And then was the valence like an add-on option? Could you go without the valence if you want?
You can take it off. It just has little tabs though, so it actually looks better if you just leave it on there.
Yeah.
But I guess I've had an issue where I actually ripped it, so I just had to buy another one and just kind of recut it and just make the fit. So it's kind of like a second valence I've gone through.
Yeah, dude, it's really nice.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Were you one of the first second-gen Tacomas to run this bumper?
I'd seen it maybe like, possibly. Maybe like on maybe two other trucks.
I was going to say, I remember hearing a lot about Desert Toy Fabs way back when I first got into off-roading with the second gens, and I hadn't heard about them for a while, so I was wondering how long have you had this truck?
I've had it for, maybe since like 2011.
Yeah, I was going to say, you might have been one of the first second gens I'd ever seen.
I think so, yeah. I might have seen maybe like one or two before me that had it on there.
Full circle moment here. maybe I was drooling over your truck before I even got into off-roading. But back to the lights real quick. I didn't even notice before we started. I thought these were just the XL80s. So what's the difference between the XL80s and the XL Sports?
I think the Sports just don't have as much lumens as the other ones.
Yeah.
So it also kind of helps with price. But as far as just, the dailying and just kind of like a few night runs, they already still light up pretty well.
It's enough light for you?
Right, for sure.
Nice. Let's start moving further back a bit. I see the carbon fiberglass.
Yeah.
Whose fiberglass is this?
This is Fiberworks.
Fiberworks?
Yeah.
Okay, so Fiberworks, do they they make, like on the website, they have a carbon fiber
Yeah,
set
it's an
for you?
option to get
Really?
it. Yeah, so yeah, when you go through it, it takes a bit longer and obviously a little bit more expensive, but I feel like in the long run, it looks just kind of better, like the overall theme, like kind of sticking to the JDM like carbon fiber parts
Yeah.
on there.
Yeah, they look really good. I like the whole bulge and everything.
Yeah.
I've always liked the look of carbon fiber glass on trucks, but I also thought I'd be so scared to take it off-roading.
I am a little,
You like cringe a little when you know, if you get in a tight trail and there's
I'm
bushes.
always worried about, I need to get them like resanded and refinished again and kind of just like upkeep on them, but
Yeah.
when they're shiny, it really sets off the truck, I believe.
Nice. And you haven't had to do any trimming
No.
as far as height-wise?
No, nothing
any
yet.
of them? All right, well, moving in here, I mean, before we get into the suspension, this is the biggest question I've had a lot lately, and I've been asking everybody is, how have you gotten away? Because it doesn't look like you trimmed or high clearance any of this, right? This is all still
Right,
the
so
factory.
the factory.
And you haven't had any issues ramming into it with your tires, have you?
No, unfortunately, it's also, being that it's mostly driven in Austin, Texas, there's not a lot of places to run these. So it's a bit of a, I guess pavement princess would be the right word for it.
I'm just curious because I'm on 33s over there, and I
yours is
completely
already
bashed that
right,
in.
smash it in.
So I'm always curious, how do you get away with stuff like that? But
Mine is just, being real cautious, just trying to like make sure I'm not, doing anything that can't be reversed as far as damage and all that stuff like that.
Well, I guess that leads us into the whole wheel and tire package. So what do you got here as far as companies, sizes?
I believe it's a Method 315 is the model, and I just had it custom powder coated in an Illusion Red. Just the normal matte black it came in, I kind of wanted to switch it up.
Yeah.
So at the time I was running the 37-inch, the KR3s, so it had like the red, white, and blue kind of lettering.
Oh yeah.
So it really matched with it. And then I went through the grabbers for a while, which has the red lettering. So I was really kind of sticking with the red and black theme.
Yeah.
And it's a 35, 1250, 17 BF Goodrich KM3.
How do you like the KM3s?
I like the KM3 a lot.
Yeah.
I've had it on like multiple Tacomas, whether it was the KM2 and the KM3s, and I just think because the trucks are also like a little bit lighter than normal big trucks, that it's not too bad like on wear and sound. Most people just see, they hear about it and they think, oh, it's mud terrain, it's gonna wear really bad, or you're gonna be able to hear it like a rudder, but I've had nothing but good issues with like.
It's a gorgeous tire. It's definitely one that I want to try
it's
next.
definitely
but they're not the cheapest tire.
Right. They're real aggressive looking.
They're a nice price, but
Yeah.
So now we can get into the fun part.
Yeah.
Dive into the suspension here. So what kit you got running in here?
So I'm running the 4.5-inch LSK just bolt-on kit. It's not even the race kit.
Hey.
And the reason why I did that,
The reason long travel's long travel.
Right.
Buddy.
Yeah, the reason I went with just the bolt-on kit because at the time I had I was running a Camber with the Max Tracks.
Yeah.
And then it was during the COVID, so it was really hard to get all of the shocks from King. So when you go with the race kit, you have to upgrade to a 2.5 by 10, and with this one it's just a 2.5 by 8.
Nice.
So it was real easy to kind of just swap everything over to the new LSK kit.
Yeah. So you got the 2.5 by 8 coilover, and then what dimensions?
That's a 2.5-inch bypass as well.
Okay.
Same thing. Yeah, same.
Nice.
So I've heard people, better. It's always better, I think, to run if you can the bigger like 3.0, just because you're gonna eventually want to do it. But on these Tacomas, I don't think, because I've seen big Raptors that run 3s.
Yeah.
So I feel in Tacomas, being a smaller truck, you don't need to go much more than 2.5.
Yeah. As long as you got the secondary to help regulate the heat and how much it's getting cycled, I guess that makes sense. So did the kit come with these tie rod extensions here? Or
It came with that. Yeah, the whole kit comes with like the cam tab, like eliminators, the tie rod extensions, like the fabricated spindle.
Nice.
When I was looking at different kits, I really went with this one over like any other brands just because it had like a whole, kind of came with everything. As opposed to having to get like the spindle, gussets. I like how everything's all
you don't have to source out your own parts and stuff. Do you have a bump in here? Or is it? Oh,
no, I actually.
Is that a Duro bump?
Yes, it's the Perry parts. It's a 3D printed bump.
Oh, nice.
So I recently just got the bypasses on, probably like in the last like month and a half.
Yeah.
So I haven't really saved up for the King, the 2.2. So that's next on the thing. So coming out here, I kind of just needed something that was a little bit better than the stock one.
Yeah.
So that's why I went with that one. But I mean, it seems to be doing well. But yeah, the end goal is to upgrade to the King, the Hydro bump. But it's just, of course, with everything, you got to take it in parts.
Stages.
Like, yeah. Like there's no shame in just kind of having like multiple different companies or different like, hey, this is not done yet. I'm gonna come back to this, and I'm a you know.
And the stages, you really get to appreciate the truck and the modifications that
Right.
you're doing, because you're like, oh, I feel the difference versus like going from nothing to everything.
Exactly. Yeah. Just being able to, and like a lot of people now aren't able to just, you know, drop off a truck and say, here, give it back to me, fully loaded, you know, in the next month and a half. So, you know, you buy some stuff, you know, you sell some stuff, and you come back and finish up.
Well, let's check out these mirrors right here, because these, I don't know a lot about Toyota. I don't think these came from factory though.
No, these aren't factory. This is the brand. I saw them on Instagram. I believe it's like Zumwalt Off-Road. And the guy had it on his personal truck, and I'd messaged him asking, like, you know, I've been looking at all these different kind of places like CarTech and all those, trying to find them. And when he started making them for the Tacoma, I hit him up and he got me a good deal. I think I was probably one of the first trucks to start running these. Yeah, I like them. The convex mirror takes some getting used to.
Yeah.
It's a little weird when you start doing it, but it's definitely better when it comes to, you know, not because I'd already had to replace like 2, you know, other, just like the plastic OEM mirrors, just from like breaking off and just twisting and all that kind of stuff like that. So.
So do you have to do any sort of modification as far as mounting goes? Like you have to drill new holes?
No, it goes
all
the exact
factory?
same, all factory mounting holes. Yeah.
And then do you ever run into issues? I mean, I guess if you get rowdy enough off-roading, are these mirrors like?
No,
they're
they don't
pretty
move
solid.
at all. Right. Which I was kind of worried about them kind of eventually like loosening up, or just kind of like, you know, stuttering whenever you're doing something like that. But no kind of issues at all. They're on there pretty well.
And I guess if you do, for some reason, want to add more lights, you could always run some nice like S2s or something.
That's what I was planning on doing, actually. Yeah, before I came out here, I was planning on maybe welding a little tab on there and putting exactly like a S2 or something on there, just to kind of have that more of the wider pattern as opposed to like the front bumpers.
And as I was looking at that, I noticed you do have ditch mount brackets. Did you used to have lights up here?
I did have those. Yeah.
Okay.
I used to have So a few years ago, I was running just the 2 ditch lights. I was actually running 2 of the yellow, the XLs that are in the front.
Yeah.
And then last year when I came out for the Mint, the year before, I'd actually taken them off and moved them down and just bought the other 2 spots to go on the bumper.
But now I see you're still using the other one for some sort of antenna. Is it GPS or what
I have the GMR. Yeah, I have a rugged.
Okay.
So I just kind of put it there. So it comes with usually an extension where you can have the bracket for the lights and just kind of run the little antenna off to the side.
Yeah.
But I just kind of kept it there just to have like the uniformity of both.
Yeah, it works.
Right.
Now, I guess that can lead us into the interior. It's nice in here.
Yeah.
It smells good too.
So well, the process on this was that, you know, being that's 09, I kind of wanted to upgrade everything, you know, because you're in your vehicle so often, it's best to have it nice.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of going for like the luxury pre-runner kind of vibe.
Yeah.
So I had actually gutted all the carpet. I replaced it with black carpet.
Oh, damn.
I did the whole kill mat. You know, everything is like sound deadened from here to the back.
Okay.
And then when I did that, I took this off and actually had it wrapped with the suede to kind of match the PRP seats.
Yeah.
Like I said, you're kind of going for like that high-end pre-runner.
Nice.
But everything is also, sound deadening.
Dang, dude, you should have done Starliner too.
I'm gonna do that eventually. Yeah, that's one of the things like in stage. Like you have this, and the next thing is like, okay, how can I make this kind of pop a little bit more?
Yeah.
So of course it's gonna be the Starlight will be next.
Yeah. And it looks like, is this Miso
They're
Customs?
Misos. Yeah. Everything's
yeah. Dude, like the last 3 build breakdowns I've done have all been
yeah.
Miso
I mean, they're
accessories.
just like when it comes to Toyota stuff, because I'm even running their stuff in my 4Runner. I have a daily 4Runner too, so they seem to be the best as far as like price-wise and brightness and having different kind of options.
What about this head unit you have here?
So like I said, going into the whole updating the truck, being older, everybody's kind of doing like that floating screen, Tesla kind of screen. So this is the Alpine 11-inch, just like their media receiver. So I'm able to actually run it to my phone, and then I actually can plug in like an HDMI, and I actually can watch the videos on the screen too.
Yeah.
So
like if you wanted to go like hypothetically like on YouTube and watch like a Desert Dime build
exactly,
breakdown.
that's exactly what I do.
You could watch your truck.
That's exactly what
while driving your truck.
Right. Yeah, while driving it. Yeah.
And then what do you got here as far as the rugged handheld? You
That's
mentioned it out there.
Yeah, that's the rugged. I believe it's the 45. So just a bigger one, and it also has a Toyota kit, which kind of mounts to the factory like seat brackets.
Nice.
And it kind of puts it like tucks it away nice and neatly. And then going to like the seats, they're actually just PRP Enduros, but they're on the Solo Motorsport. They're seat brackets. So I'm actually able to do, the factory
Yeah, I was looking at, you know, anytime you go to a show and PRP has all their seats out and you start to look around and sit in, I noticed like, yeah, if you're trying to go for like a nice daily driver before you're like hard mounting like full on buckets, it looks like the Enduros are the way to go.
Yeah, I think they have different options now too that have like different kind of bolster size. This is kind of more of like their daily. I'm able to just slide in and out.
Yeah.
And yeah, I liked it. I mean, it's a little bit harder, like being in Texas, you don't really have different kind of options, so I couldn't really test fit which ones I wanted. So with this one, I went ahead and ordered the +3 width.
Okay.
Just because I'm, you know, bigger boy. But even like, I've had like, you know, smaller passengers and drivers in there, and it doesn't like, you know, fully like enclose them.
Yeah.
And I was still able to kind of get enough room between, even with that added width for the added seats.
I mean, dude, there's a lot about your truck that's taking me back to like right when I first got into the scene and stuff. This get a grip handle.
Yeah. That's kind of like
that was like that was popping back. Back in like.
Sometimes I change it to like a different one, and I just can't find anything better. That's like, I don't know. I can't. There's no other options I've seen so far that I kind of like more. That just kind of keeps that same sporty kind of vibe to it.
Well, I guess the steering wheel here too, I just now noticed, talking about theme and color.
Yeah, this kind of just like I believe it's just like an eBay special. I was running one of the PRP, the quick disconnects on there for a while, but not being cage, I didn't think it was very safe to intentionally like take off the airbag function, you know, like it looked cool, but it wasn't necessarily functional. Like I don't see why, you know, these trucks were already kind of like pushing it, and you know, why take away some of the you know, the creature comforts and the safety stuff on there.
Yeah, exactly.
So I just went back to this and just kind of had it, just, you know, like I said, it's just a real simple pop off and put in the factory airbag in there.
Is this a full PRP bench, or is it a seat cover?
No, it's seat cover.
Okay.
So
nice.
it's a Toyota, just regular back seat. But so this is made for, I guess, the 2.5 generation. But being that it's so close to the regular second generation, I just ordered it on a whim in the same color combo and material combo as the front to keep it all the same.
Yeah.
And it works.
It looks nice.
It fits, yeah.
It's like an OEM plus interior.
I try to keep it, I try to keep it like, you know, still a lot of creature comforts, but, you know, you can definitely see it's not stock.
Sweet. All right, let's bounce out of here and move on to the back. Let's tackle some of the additions you have here in the bed as far as like stacked spares, and it looks like a toolbox you got back there.
Yeah.
And we can finish off with the suspension.
Okay, yeah, so in the back I'm running it's a custom bed cage that I had a fabricator in Austin by the name of Loren De Leon fab up for me. Because at the time, before I was really getting into like the, you know, the weight behind the axles, I was running a fifth wheel kind of at an angle. That's why I had the strap. I had the wide strap kind of like that. Yeah. That's the reason why I built it like this. And then this one, I decided to go with this style instead of like a Dirt King one. Yeah. Because it's bolts on, but it bolts onto the frame as opposed to like the...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's actually a little bit stronger and sturdier as opposed to just bolting on to like
the bed bolts.
Right. Which I've had people say like, you know, hey, it kind of like, they start coming up or they get loose.
It's a nice style, yeah.
I mean, like I said, we're already kind of losing a lot of bed space in these, so I try to keep it like, you know, I'm still able to help family like load up couches and TVs and stuff like that. So
And as far as this sort of arch or peak you have in the shock tower here, I know like with the Silverados they'll do that to get the shock to mount a little bit higher just to help out the geometry and stuff. Is this to help with that?
I think it's what he did. Yeah, he had a design. I pretty much just kind of asked him like I wanted it to be able to, you know, hold that fifth wheel in the spare, and the rest he kind of just, you know, did himself. But I'm happy the way it came out. Like the wheels are really nice, and design's kind of like something you don't see very often. It was kind of like his own twist on the usual like bed cages.
These are nice welds.
Yeah.
So it was already tabbed up for lights, tabbed up for that mounting point and everything.
Yeah.
Nice. Got some S2s back here.
Yeah, they're just in the white, just to kind of see like when you're backing up and.
Yeah. Look nice, and you got the fire extinguisher safety first.
Yeah, just hopefully you have to use it, but if you have, you know, your buddy or somebody around you, it's always the best to kind of have it and not use it, but you can have it in case somebody else.
You got it hidden right there. Do you have speakers in the bed, dude?
Yeah.
Hold on, I can't even.
So some of these gens come with like little cubbies. So me and my buddy Leo were just trying to decide like what to put in there. So we ended up adding like some boat speakers. So they're
dude.
water resistant, UV resistant. So I mean, they're not gonna be winning like any like, you know, sound competitions.
Yeah.
But you pull up to like a lake or right here.
Oh, yeah,
you can
exactly.
definitely hear it. Like it's a little bit of a.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a real subtle. I try to put a lot of stuff into it, but kind of keep everything like subtle. Where, like if you see it, you'll be like, oh shoot.
Yeah.
I didn't see that till I saw it, kind of deal.
So do you have to like have the truck on and running, or is it like a separate module?
It's a separate,
app?
yeah. I have a separate,
Oh,
yeah.
sweet.
Yeah, so I have like 2 little switches for left and right in my glove compartment.
Okay.
So I can be playing, I'm just on the inside, and I can switch them on, and it'll start playing these 2 out here.
That's so sick. Because everybody's always like, "Oh, who's got the speaker? Bring the speaker."
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
you got
yeah. It's
more,
one of those things.
More
where,
shit to bring in your truck. But
yeah.
you
And like I
keep it
said,
on,
yeah, they're kind of made to be outdoors, so it worked out well. Like I feel like it was a pretty smart choice on our part to add that little thing where, you know, other than that, it wouldn't be putting anything in there. So might as well make a little sound.
Maybe once we're done with the walk around, we could find some copyright-free music.
Yeah, yeah.
I want to see
Put
if we
some
can
blast,
get this on video.
see how loud it can get.
The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And we'll go.
Dude, these are loud.
Yeah.
We'll go.
Now you just need the LED whip back there going crazy. Yeah. Moving up here before we get too far back, though, you got the third brake light.
Yeah, that one's an Evil Manufacturing third brake light. I got that one pretty early on to the build.
Yeah.
Just because I knew when I wanted to go with Baja Designs, like as all my lighting package, that was the company that was out that had the option for it. I kind of wish I'd gone with the option for like the mount.
I was
for
gonna
like
ask if it has the mount.
No. At the time, I didn't think I'd ever add like the GPS or the GMR, but now I kind of wish I'd gone that route.
All good though. It still looks badass.
Yeah.
It's got a nice centered S2 with, you know, I've always liked the light layout design of the Evil Manufacturing ones with
Yeah.
the little like stud brake lights on the side so you can fit an S2 in the middle.
Yeah.
And then I see over here, speaking of lighting, you got 2 different whips mounted here in this cool little.
Yeah, just like one of those Gorilla Grip. It's just, they're both the 5150 whips. One just happens to be their day whip, which is just like a fiberglass whip, and the other one's actually a lighted whip.
Okay, so like one's just for a flag.
Yeah.
Okay.
One's just for flag during the day, and the other one's actually lights
The
up.
mount right here.
Yeah. It just goes a magnet in there, and it's actually pretty strong. And I just have the connection actually hooked up to the little like side cubby.
Oh, nice. Oh,
Where-
yeah, because the earlier second gens don't have the outlet in the bed.
Yeah,
I was wondering
exactly.
if
So this
you-
one I can just tuck it in when I'm not using it.
Yeah, that's nice. Oh, dude, and you got little hidden KCs in the
Yeah.
sidewall here. You got a lot of little hidden things here.
Yeah, so all the lights I want to go with Baja Design, but when it came to like doing like the rock lights, I wanted to go with a light that's like a pure white and not like a faint kind of pinkish. So on these KC like Cyclones, you're able to pop off the color little tab, and you can change the color like that.
Yeah.
So they make like yellow lenses, blue lenses. I usually just run it clear, but then a lot of second gens too, the upgrade is that added like that light on the diagonally. But with these, I wanted to kind of simp flush. So I just added more KC Cyclones, and this is one of their mounts. You just
Yeah.
kind of drill in, and it just sits flushed into the truck bed.
Moving over to the stacked spares you got here. Question I have with these is, I'm using these same factory rings
the
right
mounts.
here to mount mine, and I always assumed that they were just too far apart to like maintain. Because if I get into some really rough chatter with the rubber sort of compressing back and forth,
Yeah.
the bottom one likes to work itself out from underneath, and then the whole tower falls over.
Yeah.
But you don't seem to be having that problem, do you?
No, I don't have that problem at all.
I wonder if it's because you have this crossbar holding it on the back.
Yeah, we recently just tabbed. I used to have it, if you can see, that little D-ring.
Yeah, that's
I used
exactly
to put on
how
that
mine
one.
is.
Yeah, and I actually moved it. I had another buddy named Justin weld that one for me right before I came out here, just because he wanted to make sure that it wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah. I'm glad.
Yeah, I think because it's kind of held against the bar,
Yeah.
it's not really moving. Because especially when you close the tailgate too, there's not any room for it to kind of like nudge.
Exactly. Well, I'm glad I found somebody that is running something I have in my mind,
Yeah.
concept-wise, to see if it actually works.
Yeah, we just thought it'd be easier just to. I mean, I think the truck beds on these Tacomas are pretty strong, but it's always best to be metal on metal. Like nothing will beat that.
Yeah. I'm glad we slid back because I already forgot about this hidden mystery box you have here. What's inside there?
Well, this one is just like, coming from all the way from Texas, we kind of just had like, inside of it, it's just like the Vi-Air, the air compressor. I have my impact gun in there. I have like soft shackles, toe straps, like a bag of random tools I would need for this.
Okay.
Kind of just stuff that I want to keep in the truck, because when we came to this, I have, my mom flew out to meet me and my brother.
Okay.
So it's also kind of like doing Uber duty right now too.
Yeah.
So I don't want to put too much stuff in the truck bed. So everything's kind of, or in the cab. So everything I kind of put that I don't necessarily need all the time is going to be just here and just strapped down.
Then I guess the last thing to touch on is these bed stiffeners you have here.
These are Cali Ray's bed stiffeners.
Okay.
I like them because the whole theme with the truck is not showing off too many of like I don't know, I'm not a big fan of like the logos and all that kind of stuff like that. So other brands, I think like Total Chaos and all that, or like Raygo, have like their big design cut into it. With this one, unless I was getting like all the same stuff for everything, I want to keep it where it's not too, it's like Stealthy.
Yeah,
I don't like big like name brands. Kind of the reason I don't run like stickers and stuff like that too.
Yeah, I get
just
that.
a personal preference where I like the all kind of blacked out look.
Before we get into the fun part, we got a rear bumper here.
This is the Missoula Tacoma bumper.
Nice. Yeah, when I was looking for a rear bumper, it was either between Missoula or Dirt King.
Yeah.
The only thing that really sold me on Dirt King more is the fact that they had like actual product photos on their page.
Yeah.
That's where Missoula only has like a CAD design image on there.
Right. Well, I'd seen a few videos where they were cutting the Chevy Missoula bumpers like to fit Tacomas, and I think eventually they realized they were kind of missing out on that certain market.
Yeah.
So they started making them for Tacomas.
Yeah. One of the things I do like compared to the Dirt King one is that they have like a metal corner plate here.
Yeah.
That you can either bolt on or take off
So in
depending
case
on
you're fiberglass, right?
Yeah,
if it comes with exactly.
And then Alpha Rex taillights here.
Alpha Rex, yeah.
So why'd you decide to go with Alpha Rex taillights but still keep the stock headlights?
Actually, I had the Alpha Rex Novas up at the front. They were like the really expensive ones.
Yeah.
And they just recently went out on me.
Oh, shoot.
And I was out of warranty, and I just wasn't gonna buy expensive headlights.
You're like, I'm not going around two on this.
Right. Yeah, exactly. I tried contacting them. He was even trying to like have them, me send them to have them fixed, or just even buy one, and it just wasn't able to be done. So I needed something. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, the up front are just like some Amazon ones.
Yeah.
I did have the Alpha Rex Novas with like the quad LEDs, and they're really nice.
Yeah.
But, stuff happens.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Come back, fix it.
Maybe they'll see this and they want to
Right. Yeah. Not to put them on blast, but yeah, I mean, I was happy with their stuff, but stuff goes out of warranty. I get it.
Yeah.
Can't be covered for life. So
then moving back, now we got rear fiberglass. We running the same company back here?
No, this is actually, when I first started doing the build, I was kind of going for like, in Texas, it's really expensive to get stuff shipped to us too. Any kind of deals, they still charge us a lot. So this is actually a brand called Roadrunner fiberglass.
Oh.
Which I'm not even sure if they're still in business.
I've never even heard of it.
Yeah,
I've heard of like
Roadrunner.
Roadrunner, like trail accessories.
No, yeah, this is
Roadrunner.
strictly fiberglass. I think they make like dash kits and bodies for other vehicles.
Yeah.
I think they're just, I think with most, they're just like laid in Mexico and then sent over here. So, and they were really they were communicating really good on Instagram and all that. So they would get like tracking numbers. I'm happy with them. I do have some McNeils at the house, but I think the goal would be to eventually get the Fiberworks, the matching carbon bedsides.
I mean, they look good.
Yeah.
The shape's nice.
Yeah.
It's got a nice flare, flat top. I dig the flat top. I'm not really a trophy truck top kind of guy with the arch.
I was a flat top guy too, because I figured like having them like this, you're kind of able to, I guess people sit on there, and then you realize you don't want people sitting on your truck too. So
yeah.
But I think next time I will maybe try to do the trophy tops just to kind of fit with the flow of the line of this. It kind of has that little swoop right in the same area.
I dig that. All right.
Yeah.
Well, we already touched on the bed cage, started to get into the suspension here, but diving down inside of it. So you said you got it bolted right here to the frame.
Yeah.
Front and back. What shocks are you running through up to that bed cage? What size?
They're 16-inch shocks.
Nice.
Yeah, the 2.5 by 16s.
And then you do have the bumps back here.
Yeah, that one, definitely bumped in the back.
Or?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 2x2s. The rear is a Dirt King.
Yeah, I started to notice the shackles.
Yeah, the only thing
hangers.
that's not Dirt King is just the bed cage, but everything else you can go on the website. Just add it to cart, and it's their spring hand, like the hangers. It's their leaf pack that they suggest you get with the kit.
Yeah.
I think they offer it now, but at the time, the fabricator actually made this part that kind of like keeps everything stable.
Yeah.
I think now you can add it. I think now Dirt King provides it with their kit. But yeah, that's like also like a fabricated item.
Nice. Got the spring under and everything. Are those, do the springs come from Dirt King? Like at the Dirt King specific Deaver pack or something?
Right. It's whatever they suggest.
Yeah. Got the limit straps and everything back there.
And then usually it comes with a Dirt King strap, but like I said, having the PRP seats and all that, I kind of want to I just ordered those in the same length that they sent, the Dirt King ones. Yeah. Just to have everything like, PRP'd.
Did you end up re-gearing it?
I re-geared, yeah. I have 48. While I was in there, I added the, like a Detroit, limited slip. Yeah. The LSD.
Yeah. Oh, something I am eyeing over here is on the drive shaft. You haven't done any sort of modifications to the drive shaft, have you?
No.
It's still all just a solid piece. Yeah. So do you have any plans of adding like a slip yoke in there?
I think eventually, yeah. Once I need to do all that, then I'll kind of address that.
Yeah, because even with, I'm not even long travel. I just have the shock relocation. I was already blowing straight through center bearings left and right. Then what about this exhaust? Because I see it running all the way out. We'll go see where it exits,
it's a Carvin exhaust. I kind of just put it, so when we originally made it, they had cut it right before the axle, just, to make sure it wasn't like compressing into it. But I wanted them to run it along the frame and then right at the last minute, kind of exit out the side. And I'm using the dirt scum, like their bezel and their exhaust tip. Yeah. So some people ask me like, will it hit? But I feel like I ran it right along the frame, and then, it shouldn't go because the frame's notched, and then the bump stops would stop it as well.
All right, well, I think this is a perfect place to go ahead and end the video, unless there's something else you think we missed. I think a perfect place to end it is you starting it up so we could hear it.
Yeah.
Dang, bougie, got the remote start over there? I was like, I didn't hear a door shut. I realized I got the mic on me, hold on.
Yeah. I can go rev it.
Let's see if you can rev it off your phone?
No.
Oh, I thought you said I'm gonna rev it and you pulled out your phone. I was like, damn. Let's see if we can get the sound in.
Yeah.
I'm still getting used to these Bluetooth mics here instead of having a mic on the camera, so we'll see if we can get some exhaust. Dang. Alrighty guys, so that is the full walk around on a very last minute find on Instagram as I'm laying in bed scrolling, because that's what people do when they're in Vegas. Right? That's what single guys in their mid-20s do when they're in Vegas, is just lay in bed scrolling, looking at Tacomas.
Right. Scrolling Tacomas and then changing your Facebook marketplace like area to Vegas to try to see what kind of deals you can get out here too.
Well, dude, it's a sweet truck.
Thank you.
I mean, it's a shame that you're all the way in in Texas.
Yeah.
Because I'd love to see that. You're gonna have to come down with Raul once he gets his finished.
Yeah, for sure.
At some point.
Yeah.
But dude, it's a beautiful build. All ties in nice. I like that you have your own style on it. There's a lot of uniqueness on the build too. So I appreciate you doing the walk around with us.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Try not to break it while you're out here.
Yeah, exactly. I still got 19 hours to drive back home.
Well guys, thank you so much for watching this build breakdown. Like I said in the beginning, we're doing a second one right now, and we also did another one yesterday, so if you guys are interested in seeing more build breakdowns out here in Vegas, go ahead, tap in on the channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.
Welcome to my party, we're just getting started. A life is a dream or an